Have you ever wanted to create an energetic driving video like this? I'm going to break down the effects made and how I sound designed the video to make it feel alive. Here's the timeline with all of the effects. First of all, I added a couple of non-additive dissolves between the interior driving clips to stitch them together smoothly. You can find this transition in the effects library under Video Transitions. On top of those, I made some flash effects with a white solid color. Simply drag out a white solid under Generators. Cut it so it's about 2 to 4 frames and change the composite mode to difference. I position the flashes between cuts to seamlessly transition them between each other. I desaturated the original clip under some of the flashes to make the flash only in black and white. I simply cut the clip under the flash, opened it in the color page, and dragged saturation all the way down. To get the sense of speed, I added camera shake for each of the clips. It's actually better to shoot the shots handheld and get the shakes in camera, but we were in a big rush shooting this, so I decided to keep my camera on the gimbal. I only keyframed the PTR speed for this shake since it sells the effect of the car accelerating, even though when we shot that shot, the car was stationary. For the other clips, I didn't have to keyframe anything. I simply adjusted the settings until it looked good for that specific clip. I really liked the RPM meter shot and how it turned out. I shot it with the car in neutral with no in-camera movement. First, I copy-pasted the same camera shake from the other clips to again sell the sense of driving fast. Then on top of that, I keyframed zoom and rotation, so it kind of zooms into the meter. It's a subtle effect, but works very well with the camera shake. I decided to also add a camera shake for the flyby shot after the indoor sequence. I decided to do this inside Fusion, since I got it looking better that way. I started with the camera shaking a lot and keyframed overall strength and speed to slowly fade it out. Then, of course, applied motion blur for more realistic effect. That's basically the visual effects I made, but right now it still feels boring. That's why next up, I'll break down my sound design for this specific sequence. I had mics on me, but since we were kind of rushing these shots, I only used my in-camera microphone, which actually turned out pretty good. I matched the acceleration sounds with the shots, and in the end slowly faded it out so it wouldn't overlap too much with the flyby sound. Next, I decided to add sounds to the first shot of the switches and the RPM meter, rising aggressively. For the switches, I used a gear lock-in sound, and for the RPM meter, I used another mechanical gear sound. To keep the viewer hooked and create some tension, I used a riser, a bass drop, and a hit sound, which I synced with the flyby sound to make it sound more dramatic. All together so far, it sounds like this. I also decided to make another riser and bass drop combination, which sounds a little bit weird for now since there's a few more effects that need to be added. For the flashes and transitions, I added these swooshes and hits combined. These create more aggression to the video, and they work very well with the acceleration of the car and the fast cuts. All together, it sounds like this. And then, of course, the music itself starts after the start sequence. If you want to learn more about car video editing and DaVinci Resolve, check out my channel for other tutorials.